Hello, welcome to the hobby room. This obviously is my hobby room. This is divided into two at the moment. There's trains, 00 scale trains. This is the start of the layout. Goes into the right hand corner, all the way down, 2 tracks, a little bridge. All this was going to be seamed. We've just started to do all the ballast, put a few test pieces in, trees, etc. A bit of a layout, looked lovely. So in my opinion, this is just too flat. Didn't have that sort of wow factor. Into the corner, there was a farm above there. On top of the brown sheeting was the farmhouse, a couple of barns on the top. And the train used to go round the back, underneath, into the peninsula. Underneath the grano or the silo there's a little station, a subway if you like, beyond the back of there. All this was tested. I can actually just lift it off. It'll all sort of a bit of a test everywhere. Small train station. So it was all ready for ballasting and setting up. We did a small area to set up and it just wasn't right. It hasn't got that wow factor, and to be honest it looks a bit flat. On the top shelf, we've just moved now. The bars were there. This had N gauge trains then, going from back to front, the Kato range. I've moved it into this corner now. You can see 2 shelves just put together, turn around and go back. That will go back on eventually with lights underneath. Let's go back round again. Now into the top was 132 scale farming. This is a brushwood barn, 2 doors. I was using that as a sort of base to pick-up point really, sort of a warehouse. This was the soil area for ploughing, etc. Then there's the door. A hatch came down, the road at the back, and in the front was a field with the horses on. There's the stables, a barn, and then it was levelled off. This was an experiment I'll explain in a minute. Down to the corner where the wagon was, there was a tunnel, potato house, and into a silo. I've just put that on there just to see how big it is. It looks quite good. And there's a ramp that used to take the tractors up, etc. Now what the plan is I'm doing a bit of a test here. This is 4 foot high. I want to see which one looked better, the trains or the farm, and it is too high. On the lower level again, trains, underneath would be lights, just to light it all up, or the farm. Now what we've decided to do is, I'll just spin round, is I'm going to have the trains on the top shelf, the farm on the bottom, right in the middle, 16 inches high from the floor. The height of this top base is 32, and that shelf is a foot high again. So you've got farm at the bottom, the trains, and N gauge, all lit up. Now the reason why I'm stripping it all down is that I've learnt through watching other YouTube videos, such as Dave's Trains, Western Centurion, Everard Junction, that if it's not right in the beginning it throws everything out. I'm losing trains, they're coming off the track because the joints aren't in properly, and when the weather was damp, the boards were swelling. They're just simply, I could just literally lift them off. They're not fixed at all. The other reason, when it was a woodworking room, we had vents on the top, extractors. You can see it's got a bit weathered, so it wants all replacing. So rather than do it whilst everything is laid out, I'm going to strip it all down, empty it, repaint it, reboard it using boards, whatever I've got around, insulate the room again, and start from scratch. So I thought I'd do a little video just to show you how I'm going to start from the beginning. We have a pool table underneath. I'm using the top as a workshop at the moment until we're actually set up. So it's sort of 3 phases, a bit of a games room if you like, but this is where we're up to at the moment. You see the small train. I haven't got a small set, there's only a dozen sets of trains, a couple of diesels. My favourite, I've just remembered, there's right in this corner here, I'm into 114 scale Tamiya trucks, Wedico, there's a bit of Brooder, I go to a few shows, That's a brooder conversion. A few more brooder conversions. There's a few more under there. Yeah, bit of a hobby room. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will keep you updated, let you know how it's going to go. If you have any ideas or you'd just like to join on, then please subscribe, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you. Bye bye.